So, hello everyone. So today's video is going to be about something I have been wanting to talk about for quite some time, and it's in regards to hesitation and the sort of mindset that I have when it comes to different things in our lives. Now, I wasn't always like this, of course. I had to learn how to bring myself into this state of mind, but once I did, I found that things in my life were so much easier. So I'm going to start this video off with saying the main part of everything is to be not afraid. When you have no fear in the expectation, when you have no fear in failure, when you have no fear in the situation, or no fear within yourself, you're really able to achieve so much and go so far. Probably farther than you yourself even imagined that you could reach. And that's what's very magical about the experiences in our life that we allow ourselves to have when we let go. And people always assume, even myself, when I was first getting into this sort of understanding, was that whenever I heard let it go, don't let it fester, release control, I assumed that I would not have much say in the situation. I assumed that things would not be going my way. I assumed that it was me stepping away and giving away my power, when really it was regaining my power and regaining strength and regaining control. When you are not afraid of the outcome in many different ways, for many different reasons, you begin to relax, and in that state of relaxation, your mind is able to really think clearly. And I know for myself, even sometimes when I used to get nervous, or when I do get nervous, I don't think as clearly as I normally do, and all the things that I had been planning to say, that I wanted to do, or had strategically laid out beforehand, don't really follow those steps, and ends up becoming something very different, which is natural. I think everyone experiences that and should experience it so that they can have that understanding of what it feels like to almost lose control. And it may seem kind of backwards to gain control by releasing it and letting it go and not having expectations, but it's almost something of like, the more you experience it, the better you understand. And everyone's experiences are unique and specifically tailored for them, so you're not always going to be able to look at someone else's experience and understand that phrase right away. Sometimes it really needs to come to you in your own unique experience. And like I mentioned earlier, when you release that fear of the unknown, of the mystery, of potential struggles, and you hold on to the positive energy, the greater things. That's like a school bell. But when you hold on to those things that are greater, that are of higher energy levels, of higher frequency, you begin to synchronize with it naturally. You become in alignment with it, and you're able to move through life on that level. It's very easy to say and not so easy to do, but once you really feel it and you understand it and you live life a certain way, then it suddenly becomes just as easy to live by than to merely speak the words. And sometimes speaking the words is the pathway to living the life. And I just want to spread the message and share with you all the importance of being unafraid, Be not afraid of the challenges. Be not afraid of the unknown. Be not afraid of the mysteries of life. Be not afraid of your strength. Be not afraid of your own power. And be not afraid of the beauty, the joy, the happiness, and the great fortune that is to come when you release and in turn regain power. So that is the message of today, and it's something I really have been wanting to share with you all for quite some time. And just like anyone else, I procrastinate, I get overwhelmed, I have so many things and tasks I want to do. So today is kind of the day where I decided, I really need to go for it. I cannot be afraid of how it'll turn out, if the quality is good, if I articulate myself well. And a lot of people say this, not in just terms of art, but in anything in general, is that the first step to creation is allowing it to be without perfecting it. And once you have created that over and over again, like let's say a painting, and finally after many times of creating, each time you regain sort of point where you can level up with it, and soon you have a very beautiful polished piece of painting that may look exactly like what you were planning. And the first time you do it, it definitely will not. So for me, this is my journey, and I'm happy to share that with you. And the weather is nice, it's beautiful outside, and I'm right here amongst the trees. And just before I started this video, which was a great sign for me, was that there is a falcon, and I believe a local falcon. I think I've seen it before multiple times, and it just gave this beautiful call of like a signal, and it flew right above me. And I had been in the park sort of looking for a good table to sit and record this, and I wasn't sure where, and looking for an area that wasn't too sunny or hot or anything. And then I was like, oh, this seat looks really good. And I stood there for a second, I turned around, I examined the shade, and suddenly, as if by affirmation of some sort, the falcon that I so dearly love, and every time I come to the park I hope to see, just flew above me and gave this beautiful, strong call, like it echoing through the air. And I sat down and I was like, okay, this is it. And as I opened and prepared myself for this video, I heard the call again and was so happy. Like I felt such joy, and I felt such safety and warmth and beauty, and I just felt like this great feeling. It was beautiful. So I just want you all to be open and perceptive, and keep your eyes peeled, I guess, as they say, and keep your ears open and your mind and your heart open, and that way you will not be afraid of what is to come and what you are meant to fulfill, and all the great things and all the bad things, even though they're technically cannot really be good or bad. I just want to use those words to sort of simplify what my message, and kind of communicate it in the best way I can. And of course, as my videos evolve, they will inevitably evolve with language and how I articulate these messages. So, the school bell, which there's a school across from here, has rung about 3 times now from me coming here and setting up for the video. So for me, that's sort of a confirmation, a sign really, that it's almost like a ding, kind of sound. And like I just want to say thank you, everyone, and if you've stuck around this long for the entirety of almost 10 minutes, then I just want to say thank you, and I wish you a very special day. Okay, ciao, everyone. Until next time.